Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be reacting to Mighty Mouse Demetrius Johnson, or Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, saying that Jon Jones is not the Michael Jordan of MMA. So let me pull up the video, let me maximize it, and let's get into the reaction.
About Jon Jones and Michael Jordan status?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the two athletes, like I truly believe Jon Jones is one of the best fighters in mixed martial arts. I truly felt like each time he fought somebody, he could have finished them whenever you want. But then when you look at like the later years of Jon Jones' career, like the fight with Anthony Smith, the fight with Thor, the fight with Dominic Reyes, like those fights weren't as exciting as his Alex Gustafsson when he fought Vitor Belfort, his younger years, right? He kind of never really developed him. I don't want to say developed himself, but it was nothing like me at the end of my career, I'm doing flying armbar. And in my career, I'm doing a flying knee, a world title fight, right? So I would say if you look at whose skill set.
So are you saying that you are the Michael Jordan of MMA? Are you saying that you are the GOAT of MMA? You got a good claim for it, but are you saying that? You got to stand on it. If you're gonna say it, you got to stand. I know people get into like I said, he has a good claim for it. By no means, like if anyone gonna say that Michael Jordan MMA, Mighty Mouse is one of the people that can truly say it, like one of the few people. It's only really like 3 people that can say that, and that's Jon Jones. Matter of fact, I would say it's 4. That's Jon Jones. And Silva at one time was considered by people to be the Michael Jordan MMA, and they were saying Jon Jones was the Kobe of MMA. But yeah, Anderson Silva probably out of it now, as far as that thing. But he's still one of the top 5 MMA fighters all time. But so like really, it's like Jon Jones, Mighty Mouse, and George St. Pierre. But I've never really seen a sport where they call a white guy the Michael Jordan of that sport. So probably not going to happen. They probably say he's the Wayne Gretzky or something of the sport. But I guess it's just 2. It's Jon Jones and Mighty Mouse. So y'all are right neck and neck, and you could say this, say that, come up with a good debate to say that either guy is the Michael Jordan of MMA in the context of greatness. But if one of them gonna say it, y'all got to stand on it. Y'all can't just be like, oh, he's this or that. But let's see what's the rest of what he has to say.
Kind of developed over time. I would say mine did. Where you look at Michael Jordan, I feel like his skill set kept on developing, and he was surrounded. He was helping everybody else around him. So it's 2 different sports, but I can understand where Daniel Cormier's coming from. Like you look at this, we're not just looking at the time where Jon Jones was killing people. We're looking at the whole tire of Jon Jones' career. So when we look at that, yes, he's been undefeated, but there's a couple of times where it's like, dude, he's getting fucking work.
And if you're gonna say that, when you look at the entirety of his career, we can look at the entirety of your career as well. Jon Jones has not had any losses on paper. Well, he has had a DQ loss on paper, but he has not had a loss where he's been stopped, he's been truly dominated, he's been finished. He had 1 no contest loss in a fight that he was dominated. He had 1 decision that probably should have went the other way, in my opinion, Dominic Reyes. But hey, at the end of the day, the judges are the judges, and he got the one. Other than that, he has very few slip ups. He might not have had these dynamic finishes like later on in his career as much as he had them early in his career, but he didn't have it. But you early in your career, you lost to Cruz. No shame in that. They didn't have your weight class available, and I think not Jamie Pickett. Is it Jamie Pickett's well, anyway, I don't think it's Jamie Pickett. It's now I'm butchering names, but he had lost that European guy whose name I'm forgetting right now. And more of a striker, and that guy wrestled you up. So that was a bad feather in cap. That don't look very Michael Jordan-esque. Getting wrestled up by a European guy, a British guy. That's not a good look. Despite the size of his advantage, it's like he's the biggest bantamweight. He was able to wrestle you up. Then lost to Cejudo, then get knocked out. So Jon Jones don't have 4 losses. He don't have a single loss where he got dominated.
Worked, and I got worked too in my fights. I've been knocked out, but it's over time. It's showing excellency of like, wow, look at that flying arbor. Holy shit, flying knee. Jon Jones kind of did the same thing when he fought, Cyril Gane. He took him down and guillotined him. There was no.
And where's this Gane, Cyril Gane? Jon Jones called him Cyril. You call y'all be doing extra stuff. It's just Cyril Gone. The man said Gane. It's not even a hard name to pronounce. Some people have a hard name, but that's not a hard name. That's like you intentionally mispronouncing his name.
nothing, surprised him. Like I knew he could do that because he's so far ahead, and I don't think he had to blow up to 265 to do that to him. So that's my opinion, but I still think he's one of the greatest. But I want to put him on the level of Michael Jordan.
So you agree with DC? You think that you're the Michael Jordan?
No, I never said I'm the Michael Jordan.
DC said it. DC put your name out there on Instagram. He's like, nah, DJ.
Oh, well, shit, I appreciate it, DC. I didn't see that part.
So, now I'm gonna look at the camera. I'm talking to my viewers and I'm talking to Mighty Mouse right here. So you can't be like, trying to, put yourself in there. Like you are in there. Nobody had to put you in there. But as far as in the conversation, like you allow them to spark this conversation. I know like people get into these conversations like it's a voice, like the group chat, and I'm not saying he don't be thinking. Mighty Mouse is a thinker. He's a cerebral guy, but everyone is more vulnerable or more subjected or more open to, maybe not the best takes or the clearest takes or what they're trying to say or how they're saying stuff when they're, around people and they're just talking and conversing and people just bring up topic. Like, it's not like a case you get to exit out or step back and like, really calculate what you're saying. But how are you going to kind of make this whole angle? Like, it seems like you first, like, you act like you haven't seen what Daniel Cormier said because it seems like you already had an answer. You already had you've already seen what it was said and heard what was said. And then kind of like you didn't already know that Daniel Cormier said this, and this is why the conversation even been had in the first place. Then in the conversation early on, you already make an angle that you were doing more things Michael Jordan than Jon Jones, because Jon Jones later on in his career, or currently in his career, is not, wasn't getting the finishes, having more close fights, and you were doing flying arm bars and highlight reel knees and 1FC. You were doing crazy things and choking out, having this exhibition fight with Rod Tang and striking with him, then choking him out in the second round. Like, so you were doing more dynamic things than later on in your career, whereas Jon Jones had seemingly stagnated. He peaked in his 20s, whereas you were still evolving. But then at the end of the video, you don't want to stand on, like, you're a great fighter. No need to be all timid and shy and modest. If you want to say that you're the Michael Jordan of MMA, or you're more Michael Jordan, or you're more Michael Jordan level on as far as MMA goes to Jon Jones, just say it. You had to like kind of back her, like, he's not Jordan. I don't want to say he's Jordan level. I want to say this stuff like this. If you're going to not say he is, then who is? If it's not Jon Jones, then who is Michael Jordan of MMA? It's either you or Jon Jones. It's no one else. You could say Conor McGregor as far as popularity and money making. In that sense, he's the Jordan of MMA. He's the Mayweather of MMA. But when people really say the Jordan of stuff, they're not talking about money typically. They're talking about who's the best in the sport. And that's what if you want to, you believe you're best in sport, just say that. Stand on it. Nobody's out there saying that Jon Jones is out here selling sneakers and selling merchandise and he has truly transcended MMA. Only guy who truly transcended MMA, well, it's a couple people that truly transcended MMA, but I guess the only one that's truly transcended and really established himself in pop culture is really Conor McGregor. A lot of guys have, divvied in it, but Conor McGregor is the one has truly maximized that for MMA. Not purely for skill. It's other guys who are much more skilled and more complex, like you, Mighty Mouse, and Jon Jones, and GSP, and Aldo's and stuff, and Anderson Silva, etc., etc. Those people have truly been exceptional fighters and had truly exceptional legacies in long periods of being exceptional in lots of defenses. Again, you and Jon Jones. So I don't understand the point of saying. Matter of fact, let me divvy another thing. I would say DJ Demetrius Johnson, you DJ, and if that gets to you, Demetrius Johnson and Jon Jones. I feel Jon Jones and Mighty Mouse are better as far as their skills and what they achieved at their sport are better than Michael Jordan. Sport for sport, they're better than LeBron James. Sport for sport, and John, unlike let me focus on Michael Jordan. I can say LeBron, he had all the losses up until and still added more losses. So his reign of greatness was far from perfect. The skills and talent and the will was there, but it's far. But that's a different topic. Michael Jordan, he had rough patches as well. He didn't come out. Magic Johnson, he came out like Jon Jones and was great from the start. He was won a college title. Jordan won a college title, but Magic Johnson, I said Michael Johnson, but Magic Johnson, he came into the NBA, and I believe in his very first year in the NBA, he won a college title. Then the next year, I think he joined the NBA, and then he won. I'm forgetting like the very big stuff. But then he won, I guess, a world title or yeah. But basically, he won the NBA championship in his first year in NBA, I believe, or at least in his first three. It wasn't a case like 6, 7 years like with Jordan. So you can say a lot of different things, but let's just focus back on the bread and butter. It don't try to make it more confusing. So Mighty Mouse, just stand on business. Don't be acting like, don't try to be shy and try to do this, that. Be trying to say stuff and then trying to bring it back and trying to say, well, he's not this and he's not that, but I'm also not that. Y'all pretty much the two best fighters in MMA history. So one of y'all is Michael Jordan. Y'all both can't not be Michael Jordan. And when people mainly say the Michael Jordan of a sport, what they are saying is the fighter who's the best. That's like when they can say, oh, this is like the best guys. Where they look to the best guys for, oh, it might be Messi, it might be Ronaldo, or it might be what's his name, or in hockey it's Wayne Gretzky. But when they saying the Michael Jordan of the sport, they saying who is the best. And I don't understand this whole point of Jon Jones isn't the skill of Jordan. Jon Jones is the very best of mixed martial arts we have seen, and he has the most accomplishments. And you're like right there neck and neck, and y'all can really say y'all have pretty much even accomplishments. Jon Jones has less losses, and he's still, at the top in some stint, has the heavyweight belt, and at the highest level of the UFC. You kind of at a secondary level, but you just retired and won. But yeah, neck and neck. But I would say, based on the accolade, Jon Jones is ahead. So it would be, in that sense, Jon Jones is the Michael Jordan sport. That's what people care about. They're not saying, oh, how much money he made, or how many sneakers he sold, or how many commercials he's been in. When people really say the Michael Jordan of sport, they saying who has been the most time. Those other factors play a factor, but when people look at a sport, typically they want to see who's the best. That's what they watch. They don't come and see who sells the most tickets. Well, that does play a factor, but when people really want to brag or know a fighter, they want to know who's the best, or an athlete, like who's the best basketball player, what's the best team, what's the best this, what's the best that. They do also like the bad guys and the characters like that, but people that actually care for the sport, they want to see the best. They don't want to see who's just the biggest trash sack, who's the biggest clown. They want to see who's the best. And those people that, when they say Michael Jordan, the people that matter, in a sense, the penny that only really matters is who's the best. And that's what the Michael Jordan debate is. We don't get into the sneaker sales. We don't get into this. We don't get into the merch sales. And both of you guys are far from that. Y'all not selling no sneakers, not really selling no merch. I can't see Mighty Mouse having no real merch like that. Jon Jones don't really have merch like that. I've seen other fighters like Cuff Swanson has brands. Tito Ortiz has brands, etc., etc. Dustin Poirier has hot sauce. Conor McGregor sells his cheap whiskey. And yeah, y'all both are far from that. Y'all not. I don't think y'all really selling anything. Mighty Mouse has got a YouTube. Jon Jones don't even got that. And again, at the end of the day, what is the Michael Jordan of MMA or Michael Jordan of this or that? What they would know is who is the best of the best, and that's either you or Jon Jones. And you got to stand on business and stop being modest. Like, you don't go out there just try to brag a little bit, then draw it back and say, he's not this. Then also at the end of it say, you're not that. Yeah, again, you got to stand on business. And that's all I'm going to say. And, yeah, that's my reaction to Mighty Mouse saying that Jon Jones is not the Michael Jordan of MMA. But what is your thoughts? Is Jon Jones the GOAT of, let's just say that. Instead of saying Michael Jordan, is Jon Jones the GOAT of MMA to you, Mighty Mouse? Is Jon Jones the GOAT of MMA to y'all, the fans, the people viewing this, the people that may view this later on in the future? Is Jon Jones the GOAT of MMA? Is he the Michael Jordan of MMA? Is Mighty Mouse the Michael Jordan, the GOAT of MMA? Or is it someone else? And that's what it all boils down. That's what I said, boys. That's what it all boils down to. So who's the GOAT? You could say Michael Jordan of this, or you could say who's the GOAT of this, and that's really all they're saying. That's all the question is really saying. It's not saying, because literally at the end of the day, they're all individuals. Mighty Mouse is his own person. It's not like Michael Jordan gonna reincarnate in some MMA fighters by, oh, that's Michael Jordan. No, it's a whole different sport, whole different variables. And, it's a team sport versus an individual sport. And yeah, so at the end of the day, it's not like they're ever gonna be perfect one-to-one career. Like, oh, he had the same exact career Jordan had. He struggled early on. Then he found his gym, or he found his sparring partner, his Scottie Pippen training partner, and then he found this and found that, his perfect team. And, had everybody. And then both of them went on to win, like, I don't know, win a belt and defended 6 times in their respective weight class or something like that. Or yeah, him and his team gonna dominate. Like, nah, it's about this individual sport, so it ain't about the team. It's a whole different element. And it really all it boils down is who is the GOAT? That's all that question is asking. It's not asking anything more than that. It definitely would benefit them in the sport that you would have a guy that has the crossover appeal that Jordan does have in that sense. But skill wise, it cannot be denied either the guy Mighty Mouse or Jon Jones is not, the peak of MMA excellence. They're both the peak of MMA excellence. Skill wise, record wise, what they accomplished, how they beat their opponents, who they beat, this all across the board. Both are, the top of the top. So one of y'all got to be Jordan. And yeah, I just extend this video a little bit more, but that's all I'm saying. So final thing again, asking you, Mighty Mouse, and asking the fans and the people watching the video, is Jon Jones the Michael Jordan of MMA? Is he the GOAT of MMA? Or is it Mighty Mouse, the GOAT of MMA, the Michael Jordan of MMA? Or is it someone else? Let me know in the comment section below. But that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And come back for more videos. Peace.